And that's not true. Because I saw clips of this dude months ago.
Philly?
Yes. One of the very first clips I saw, this was a couple months ago. He was arguing with
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're breaking down Joe Budden's reaction to questions regarding a new leader affiliated with the Black Panther movement. Let's take a closer look at what Joe Budden had to say and explore his perspective on this topic.
Discussed when I was gone, I wanted to ask our Black Panther experts, Mona and Mark, about the light skin. Did y'all talk about light skin dude?
No,
That's Philly dude, right? That's y'all people.
I don't have so I've already started my investigation.
He from y'all hood, right?
Well, what are we talking about?
We're talking about there is a brand new chapter in Philadelphia of Black Panthers led by this light-skinned ass that a lot of people have said they've never heard of. I don't know. When not the first video I ever saw. No, that's the intro. Go ahead, finish what you were saying.
Yeah, no, please.
He don't want to talk about it first. I mean, I feel
just
like
don't know enough.
And I probably don't know enough either. But what I will say is that from what I know about this country is that they will attack us that way from the inside like that. That's what I know because of COINTELPRO. I know that the government will fuck with us in that way. I also know that if there was a Black Panther in Philadelphia getting busy, especially yellow as ish, I think I would have remembered or noticed that. And number three, when I asked little activists, people that I know or whatever, nobody has ever heard of this, which is concerning for me. Like, it's just a little shaky with his background, but I need the full to come out before I can really say, well, f him or whatever.
Need a Carfax.
And recently he just posted last night that he's doing this thing on the 30th where he wants everybody to come out and ask him whatever.
Yeah.
A friend of mine chatted with him and said that he ain't seen right. I'm rolling with that. Like, sorry, I don't know.
Some people have come out and made videos and talked about it and criticized him. I don't know him. I just got his, I hit Flip up yesterday because Flip wants to do an interview, which I think is a great idea. So I tracked his info down to give to Flip. You know, I may also try and catch up with him. I want to talk to him voice to voice, face to face, and then I'm going to do my research. I'm skeptical of people who just pop up out of nowhere.
Why?
You should be.
Because a lot of times when people pop up out of, it's the same thing we say about industry plants, right? It's like if somebody's in the music business, suddenly they just pop up and they got #1 hits and they did.
If somebody was in that, then you would know.
I would know. It's hard for you to be a Philly grassroots activist. I've never seen you or heard of you.
A Black Panther?
Right.
But the times, I'm sorry.
No, just the only thing I would say is, but I've also been part of movements where people are just doing the work and you don't see them and people put a thing on your jacket like that's an agent, that's a Fed, that's work, you know. And I hate that because that also can do irreparable damage to somebody who just didn't seek the spotlight.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's what I was about to say.
And like, right, I don't know, homeboy. I do see some people echoing these points about who is he, where did he come from, but what I see mostly are people attacking his view on the Black Panthers being a Black nationalist organization and what that means.
Right.
Like who do we help?
Yeah.
Who don't we help? And that's where I see a lot of the fire coming in. Cause he's like, yo, we helping anybody that is oppressed, Black, brown, anybody going through it, we helping. That's it.
Did he say that?
Yeah, he's saying
He
that.
said that.
His whole thing is he spoke about the history as far as Black Panthers getting down with the Chicanos and
He's right.
At the end of the day, you should always be wary the pops up from nowhere. And as well as, yes, people do just do the work, but the people that just do the work that's in the background and they come out, they don't just come out straight at the police. It's videos of this in the police. I'm strapped. That person that's in the background is not going to come out that aggressive. I just think it's kind of strange that he got all these videos. He's not getting his ass whooped. Ain't nobody. In the videos, when he's in these videos with these police and he's being very like
Aggressive as
you know what I mean? But it's Philly police, bro. Philly police are not. They're not coming back at him. They seem like they being timid.
No, the very first. So the only real pushback that I saw him getting is they saying he just popped up when ICE.
Joe Budden isn't jumping to conclusions, but he's also thinking critically about the situation. His perspective highlights an important point. Movements and organizations, even with positive intentions, can sometimes be influenced or misused in ways that weren't intended. It's a reminder to stay thoughtful and aware and to consider multiple perspectives before.
And that's not true. Because I saw clips of this dude months ago.
Philly?
Yes. One of the very first clips I saw, this was a couple months ago, he was arguing with a black cop. and they had called the supervisor, and he arguing with the cop, and the cop said, "I hear you talking that shit. I dare you take 2 more steps forward." This the cop telling him they have an exchange. And
Yeah, I never seen
he
that.
said, "Yo, I know my rights. I could say what the I want to say, and you ain't gonna do shit. You big. I'm 8 feet
That's what
away
I
from
wanna
you."
hear.
He said, "I'm 8 feet away from you. I know my rights. I'm not you. Blah 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 blah." Then he tells a whole bunch of dudes, "Comrades, walk 50 feet that way." He wasn't by himself, and them turn and they walk 50 feet that way. And he like, "Yo, the Pennsylvania blah 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 code 691 states that I could do X, Y, and Z. I know my distance away from you. I know my comrades' distance away from you. From the eye test, they standing 50 feet away from you, which is in the eyes of the law." He just going, and then the supervisor came. And when the supervisor came, the supervisor wasn't combative, and the dude is saying, "Yo, y'all are around here policing this particular community, and y'all just beat this dude the other day. Something, something, something. If y'all really was trying to heal the community, y'all would be talking to people, not people." So he talking to the white shirt came, and the white shirt like, "I'm not talking to you like that." He like, "You right. I'm just saying your guy right here is talking about here do X, Y, Z to me, and I'm not scared of you. Yo, I'm by myself."
Also,
I'm sorry, Mona. Sell the house in Portugal. We need you.
It's not.
Listen,
You
y'all.
can't go with this going on.
One more thing. That's why I mentioned that.
You can't go out there with all this going on. We need you.
Yo, you're an idiot. But
We need somebody with your color on the front line. But honestly,
No,
it's
for real.
true.
To
It's true.
protect
It's
us.
true. It's true. Parks too. Listen.
you lighter than me.
This is the truth, though. That's why I mentioned the fact that he's having an event in a week or two, and you can ask some questions, because what I do know now, because I didn't always know that, when you are doing work that's like giving back, philanthropy, or anything, you're supposed to be very upcoming with your financial, with your business. You're not supposed to be secretive. So the fact that he wants to talk and people have questions and he wants to answer them, to me, that's a good thing. And this is in a week or two, so they do this. I might go. I want to hear what the got to say, because if you really on that, I'm with you. You know what I'm saying?
I've just seen it go both ways. And on the one hand, I've seen people who do what you just described, that whole sequence you just literally beautifully described. I've also seen the agents do that.
Word,
Oh, that's true.
yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes.
undercover agents. I mean,
Facts.
when you think about the history of the Nation of Islam, Black Panther, some of the people
Yes.
on the front lines were doing that
The black
same.
movements back in the day,
I'm not
they
supporting-
get in between. They listen. All those groups that were broke up is because the government got in the middle of that shit, us from the middle. And and that's why I never talk about conspiracy theories, because I feel like back then in the 60s, when you were at that Black Power meeting or whatever, I'm saying, man, that nigga over there, Ronnie, I think he the government. And people probably thought you were tripping and you were a conspiracy theorist. Whole time that was a cop. He was police.
But sometimes the point that Rodney was the Fed.
Exactly.
And that's the trick.
In this discussion, Joe Budden breaks down a circulating clip involving a newly visible leader connected to a Philadelphia chapter claiming ties to the Black Panther Party. He explains why the situation raises both curiosity and caution. According to Joe, the individual appeared suddenly, which naturally triggers skepticism because long-standing grassroots activists are usually well known within their communities. Joe connects this concern to historical examples where movements have been disrupted from within, highlighting why sudden leadership can sometimes raise questions. At the same time, he emphasizes the importance of fairness. Not every new activist is acting with ulterior motives, and some people do meaningful work without much public recognition. Joe points out that many local activists he trusts